Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of Tiki Talka. You thought we were done, didn't you? This is Joey. That's Travis. Here's a quick preview of what we're talking about today. Watching Merseyside derbies, Robbo was looking for one guy to put his body into, and it's his new number 9.
People hate being called retirement football in MLS, but at the end of the day, if their retired version of themselves is still better than ours, who cares?
You saying this is Jose Mourinho we're talking about. This does not hit the same as if you said that 12 years ago. It does not hit the same at all.
Anthony Gordon to Barca. You spend 80 mil on Anthony Gordon when you could have got Rashford for what?
It's right there for half of the cost.
Gordon, can I give you a hug, dude? Because how the hell did you scam this move? In what universe are you a Barca player?
Sandro Tonali, thumbs down. You went from Milan, my precious, precious Milan, who you've always wanted to play for.
You to Newcastle.
Hey, I hate you, Sandro. You ruined Italian football. You didn't have to do this. And then no again. And then chose money again, bro.
This guy could be Real Madrid status, Bayern Munich, Barca's like that elite.
Dude, there's conversations he should have been like a Pirlo region. We found the next guy for Italian football. And he's just not. I don't think he doesn't have the ability. I don't think it's that at all. I just think he does not care. And that's why he won't do it.
Let's just jump right into the transfer. Without further ado, the first one I want to drop in here is your boy, Robbo, from Liverpool to Spurs.
No, dude.
I don't think that's not a bad one for Spurs. That's a good.
No, it's,
backup.
I mean, okay, hot take. I think Spurs have probably dominated the summer window, like out of any single team in England. I can't think of, like, all right, think of City. They picked up Elliot Anderson.
Arsenal.
Who else? Who?
Arsenal.
Arsenal, they got Bruno G. They got Tullis, right? Okay, good. But Spurs is like, hey, wait, we didn't spend money for 15 years. What if we spent it all in one transfer window? That's what they're doing, dude. I mean, granted, Robbo was on a free. That's a really good pickup for them. Andy Robinson has, I think, at the most 2 years playing as like a regular rotational, possibly a starter in the Premier League. So it's good. It sucks to see Robbo go, but I was saying it for 2-3 years before this season that we need a new left back. We have to start thinking about it. I like Kostas, but Kostas was never going to be that guy. And then thank God for Kirkes, bro. 2 years ago, his breakout season, and then we signed him. We stole him basically for nothing, man. I'm excited, but it sucks. To see Richarlison try to be friends with Andy Robertson is probably one of the top 5 funniest things I've ever seen, because Andy Robertson hates Richarlison, man. Like, bro, watching Merseyside derbies, watching every time Liverpool and Spurs played each other, Robbo was looking for one guy to just put his body into, and it's his new number 9. Like, I don't know how this is going to work out, bro, but
They'll make
good
it
on you,
work. It seems
Robbo.
like Robbo's a pretty classy guy, so I think he'll get through it. But overall, as we go through these, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down on each one. So what do you say for this one?
Big thumbs up for Spurs. This is shrewd business this entire window from them, man. If they can get Gakpo, then I think Spurs is a top 10 threat, possibly a European threat. But I mean, it's
a lot of places to jump because they finished 17 2 years in a row. But maybe with this next transfer, they get some help. Marco Senesi. I know you wanted him, and he goes to Spurs.
I can't believe only Spurs wanted him. Am I wrong in that? Because everything
and you wanted him.
I wanted him too. Yes, me and Spurs obviously know what's going on in football, right? But like, I didn't see anybody who was really interested in Senesi, and that's like, okay, he's what, 28, right? Older in his prime, technically as a defender, starting his prime. He's not amazing. He's not a Van Dijk. He's not a Saliba. He's not someone who's a full-on world beater, but he's
Consistent.
He's consistent. Exactly. That's what you want in your back line, right? Yeah,
Especially when you lose
Romero.
Romero.
I want you to give me a 7, 6.5 every single game.
With
No more, no less.
Romero being out with either injury, cards, and now
Or just being a psycho. Yeah, exactly. With cards.
yeah, but to get somebody that's usually consistent and available, can't really ask for more.
Yeah, you put him next to Van de Ven. I mean, Van de Ven will do all the hard running, and he's obviously your captain. Again, Spurs, they're doing it,
I'm
man.
with
This
you.
is a great window.
This is a good one. Next, we'll go to yours, Victor Munoz to Liverpool.
Obviously, I had my eye on Victor Munoz since he was back at Madrid in their academy. What I love is food chaining Newcastle United. I think that's one of my favorite things of all time, bro. Anytime Newcastle wants someone, Liverpool also wants him. And guess what? Give me your chain. He was at Osuna last season. I think he had I want to say 12 goal contributions for the entirety. And he played like 30-something games. So good output for a young winger. I don't see him being a Musala replacement. I don't even see him really replacing Gakpo if we offload Gakpo. But
Squad player?
squad player, yeah, you need to have at least one guy covering in terms of depth, right? But I think attacking especially, you need someone who can play on both sides of the ball. And Munoz, he may not be the next option for be a left winger or a right winger, but he's definitely in the mix for like he can play on either side of the ball. Maybe he can play in the 9, but that's what you need. We need a really versatile guy. We haven't had someone like that in a minute, unless you count Gakpo, but Gakpo can only play on the left now. So,
So
I'm
you're
excited. He's
going where?
Spanish. We got a Spanish Liverpool player again, so I'll give it a thumbs up.
All
I
right.
like it.
Heading back to London with Spurs, Van Heck, stolen from Brighton. Another defender. Solid.
When this came through, it made no sense to me. And then what was it? Last week, Romero's out. Okay, now it makes a whole lot of sense to me. And like looking at the news, Romero's wanted out for like 2 years.
They knew they were going to lose one of them, either him
Yeah.
or Van der Ven.
I'm surprised they convinced Van de Ven to stay, honestly. He's 22, 23, quick as hell. He's Van Dijk's partner on the national team. It's a really exciting guy.
If there was any way to convince Van der Ven to stay, it's this summer's transfer window.
I mean, he signed before the transfer window. What do they say to Van de Ven? What do you think they said? Come on. What do they say to him?
Captain. I don't know what else they could have promised
Spurs?
him.
My God, what an honor.
What else could they have promised him? I'm going to get you this player, this player. I'm sure he's heard all that before.
What is it about London, man? Is it really that great of a city?
If you're going to go to England and live there, I feel like London is the most similar to here. So, yeah, I guess so.
I just said this window possibly puts Spurs competing for European football spots, right? But I mean, realistically, right? Spurs could get to top 10. That is a very feasible, if you're getting 8 or 9, wow, great season. But talking about top 6, top 5, that's a big, big gap, man. Because you're not part of the big 6 anymore, right? Do you consider Spurs a big 6 guy still?
Depends on how you weigh the big 6 financially and stuff, sure. Traditionally, I guess. Not recent success, obviously not, other than Europa League. But with the last 2 years alone, they shouldn't have hit 17th with the players that they've had. I think we can all agree on that, especially the coaches that they've had. They've had some decent ones. But I do think with De Zerbi in this transfer window, I totally see it possible for them to get top 8. Is it going to happen? Maybe not, because they're all new. They got to figure out a way to gel together. But it seems like they got a lot of transfers done early, so they've had a while to prep together now.
Who's going to score for them, though? That's my thing. I've said it before, so again, Carlson's the ultimate picking up the ball out of the back of the net striker. If you need the lead, he's not going to get it for you. But if you're down 3 and you want a goal, he will get that for you for sure. So you can't rely on Carlson, I don't think. Xavi? I mean, where are the goals going to come from?
Good point. Maybe they're not done.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Yeah. Again, what can you realistically say as Tottenham Hotspur besides, hey, man, we just got a shitload of money. That's all we have for you, man. Is that good enough?
I don't know. Maybe they're just going to share the goals. No top goal scorer per se. Just, one here, one there for this guy, They're bringing a lot of defenders, man. Maybe just solidifying that backline. He is an Italian coach at the end of the day.
Oh, my God. Please don't say that. Why did you say that? We were having a good conversation. No one was thinking of Italian football and how boring it is. Then you just had to say it.
Well, in this next one, we're going to talk about Italian football. The one you talked about right before we started this. Gonzalo Ramos from PSG to Milan.
We have a number 9. Let's go, Milan. Yes. I'm so happy about this. Let's go. Yes. For me, dude, honestly, now I'm fired up, brother. Now you got me activated. Milan, I understand we need a number 9. Fully got that. Vlahovic was on a free. Right, his contract at Juve expired.
How much weekly, though?
Fair point. However, would you rather have Vlahovic or Gonzalo Ramos?
Neither.
Dude, you gotta pick your poison, bro. Who is the lesser of two evils?
For the price that Milan paid for him, it should have been Vlahovic.
Thank God. Oh my gosh, thank Christ, dude. I mean, you gotta pay 60, fine. The transfer market's BS right now.
I don't think there's
85?
much between them, to be honest.
That's so crazy, bro.
Vlahovic was very promising, but he hasn't done anything the last 2 years. Gonzalo Ramos hasn't done much, but look at the PSG team he was on. He's playing against a bunch of superstars, and internationally, he wasn't going to play over Ronaldo.
It's fair.
And the few times he did, he came out big. So that's what I'm saying. If anything, Gonzalo Ramos, I think, has a higher ceiling than at least what we've seen in the last 2 years. But again, 84 mil, dude. If you're spending 84 mil, and that's what we got, I was
He's got to be
thinking
a good striker, man.
Ferran Torres or
They paid PSG paid 85 for him. You're telling me you don't have a million extra?
For me, for this move, I don't mind it, but I think we could have done more with the money. I think this is a waste. So overall, if I had to pick, it'd be a thumbs down.
And that's my thing too, dude. Like, I'm not trying to make it seem like Gonzalo Ramos is a horrific bum who's scamming a career at football. Yes, he scores big goals. If you need an important goal, he will show up and get it for you. But over the course of a season, for him to be your regular 9, that's just, he's a Divock Origi to me. You're coming on in the last 20-ish minutes of a game to grind it out, scam a win for us. You're not my 9. You're really not.
Well, this is going to be the first full season where he should be the starting number 9. So we'll find out.
I guess that's
Hopefully
fair, dude.
we're
Maybe
wrong.
I'm just a hater. Maybe I'm just a hardcore hater.
But I know you love this next guy. Antoine Griezmann from Atletico Madrid to Orlando City for free. What do you think?
It's crazy how much Antoine Griezmann actually hates the Atleti fans. Like, it's pretty wild. Like, he loves them so much, but then in the prime of his career, he could have easily won 2 La Ligas with Madrid at that time. He abandons Madrid to go to Barcelona, and then Madrid wins La Liga. He then goes back to Madrid, just make sure they can't win a trophy to save their lives, besides Copa del Rey. And then in the middle of the season, he was going to leave in January. Do you remember that rumor? He was supposed to leave in the middle of the season, and Madrid said, bro, no. Like, what the heck?
I never thought he would actually leave, but I
didn't think he'd actually leave either, but that's neither here nor there. Hold on. You asking me my boy? Griezmann Barca jersey? Oh my gosh. It's like
he regrets that move.
He regrets that move, bro. But I mean, he was one of my favorite players in the last decade or so. Really, really loved watching Griezmann, even back when he was at Sociedad. He was so fun. I'm happy he's at MLS, so now I can watch him at a regular hour and not have to get up at 8 a.m. to watch him play football and be half awake. So good for Antoine. Good for the MLS. I guess we're gonna have more of this retirement football, it's fine. All right.
People hate that being called retirement football in MLS, but at the end of the day, if their retired version of themselves is still better than ours, who cares?
It is a cheap shot at the MLS to give for sure. And it is good. Look what Bex did for the whole league, right? Bex, you look at Gerrard, you have Pirlo, you have Lamps, you have David Villa, Kaká, you have all these guys who've really helped grow the game. As you know, it is their retirement situation for them though. So I don't know. Let me ask you this. So we have those guys who are top world-class players in Europe, right? Their career's over, right? They come back to the MLS where now they're still miles and miles ahead of everyone, right? They're a lot slower now. Do you think that potentially may have damaged the overall American idea of how football should be played? Because you look at Europe, especially right now, it has gotten a lot more of high intensity, up and down, pressing, counter pressing. When you look over here in the US, this reminds me a lot of, I want to say like 2014, where there is some pressing, there is some counter pressing, but a lot of teams are still willing to sit back and let another team have the ball. Do you think having these guys who are old coming in, playing a really slow brand of football has just completely skewed how we vision soccer being played?
No, because I don't think the players are the ones that are dictating how the team plays. It's up to the manager at the end of the day. So
I mean, yeah, but
I don't think that'll change, man. But what I will say, MLS is, if you watch a lot of the games, they're based on just heavy nonstop running, very physical, kind of like how the Prem's going. The difference between the Prem and us is that the Prem presses intelligently with a purpose. It's always like chess. You're pressing them to force them into a pass this way. Versus MLS, if you watch, it's just a lot of just collisions.
Yeah, it's like, no, mark your guy. Yeah, go check him. Put a body into the guy. It's like, all right, well, he wants you to put a body on him so he can just open up the entire midfield. And now you have a triangle in the midfield and then on the wing, and now you're just good work. I think you're right. There's not a lot of sending people down corridors or cul-de-sacs in the MLS. Like, it does happen, but I think when it does happen, it's more to the winger or whoever has the ball, just kind of running themselves to nowhere. And it is really just really good defensive work. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch enough MLS. I'm trying to watch it now, dude, and it freaking sucks, man. It's so hard.
Well, let's get you fired up again with this next one. You mentioned it earlier. Ibrahima Konate from Liverpool to Madrid.
Who?
Konate. For me, this one's a bust, dude. I think his last season and a half, maybe season, just has not been impressive, and I just don't understand To be honest, even in his prime at Liverpool, I didn't even see it. I didn't understand why. I didn't see why they would want it. Leipzig, when he was there, that's a different. With him and Upamecano linking up together, fantastic. But I don't think he ever even achieved those heights at Liverpool.
Who do you think was better of the pair? Let me ask you this before I get to the response.
I think when Liverpool picked up the two, it was Konate. I think over the last 2 years, it's Upamecano.
You know my feelings on this, so I'm not going to go super deep into it. I was really hurt that Ibu didn't resign because we all loved Ibu. We rode for him hardcore even when he was going through rough times. Like, it was Konate. I thought he was going to be the next guy up in number 5. Try to give him some grace to this past season and a half. His dad was probably sick for a really, really long time before he died. He lost one of his really close friends to Diago this past summer. So I'm willing to kind of work with him with this past season to kind of say, okay, I can sweep this under the rug. I'll look at your past body of work. Looking at his past body of work, okay, 2022, 2023, his first season with Liverpool when we were on for the quadruple. Guy was a demon, unplayable. That's the center half of the future, right? I think everyone thought, okay, Konate is obviously the next guy. They just found a baby Van Dijk. That's great. Liverpool are going to be colossal in the back again. That next season, horrible. Just really bad. The season after that, still pretty dang bad, man. Title winning season. This is the Ibu from 22-23 again. Perfect, man. You figured out to play football. Then we get this season. Madrid, really bad. Really, really bad. And it's not because I'm offended as a Liverpool fan. It's just that doing the scouting, right? And knowing how Jose likes to play, he likes his defenders to get in there. They get stuck in. Ibu is made of glass. He's hurt an awful lot. Now you pair that with an already injury-prone back line at Madrid. This is going to be awesome. Tony Rudiger, Ibrahim Konate. Someone's getting sent off in that game. Someone is. You have Trent on the right. Ibu had a cover for Trent for 6 years. You know how happy he was as soon as Trent left? Now he's got to do it again. What are we talking about, dude? Like, it's so dumb. It doesn't make any sense. It's Madrid doing Galacticos, but not even thinking about the Galacticos they're signing. Like, oh, we need a 9. I'm going to go get Ronaldo. I'm going to go get, blah, blah, blah. And like, now I have 3 to work with. Like, well, what do we need? We need a midfielder. I'm going to get Trent Alexander.
Dude, you were naming off all the seasons of how he's doing good this year, bad that year. I heard 2 good seasons out of what? 5? So more than half the time, it were not good seasons. That's why I'm saying overall, it's got to be a thumbs down.
It's bad. It's not a good move.
Not consistent. What I think is a decent move is Bernardo Silva to Madrid. The reason I say decent, he is getting old, but he kind of reminds me of Luka Modric, where he's old, but he's still got it. It's still hard to take the ball off him. He's still putting in good passes. I'm not putting him on his level, so don't mistake that.
I was about to grab my card, dude, so fast.
The midfield in Madrid has struggled ever since Modric left. So the closest thing you can do is find a somewhat downgraded version of him. And Bernardo Silva has had a badass year this last year. You can't deny that. So I think if he's going to leave City, I'll take him. It's not my highest one. I think it's kind of like not a full thumbs up, but a little bit more than.
I think if Bernardo moved 2 years ago, this is like a brilliant, like, wow. So whoever just got Bernardo Silva is now just beast mode. Because he was the engine of City. I mean, you can say it's KDB all you want, but I watched those games. I watched Liverpool City games. I watched City games. Bernardo Silva had that ball a lot. And I hear what you're saying. They do need an engine. They need a guy who's going to get the ball, sit on it for 2-3 seconds, relax it, and then make the right pass, or he's going to get the ball and pounce it off right away. He knows what to do with the ball. He's a very intelligent football player. I don't want to go here. I want to go here. That's only because I know Bernardo having just lungs that don't ever burst and just legs that are lightning quick. And he still has that energy. But that pace is all the way gone, man. It's completely gone now. Like you said, like Modric, he's slowed down too, but Modric still ran everything. You don't need pace, right? But I don't know how well it's going to work.
Well, remember, Jose likes to park the bus. So maybe he's going to have him be the deep lying midfielder and just chill. Hit the long passes.
Do you think he likes to do that? Because Bernardo likes to get into the box. He likes to play the edge of the area. He's going to be fine sitting.
Look at all the players he's getting, for the most part, experienced players, older players. There's a couple exceptions, obviously, which we'll get into, but you never see Jose bringing up the young guns from the ranks. That's just not his thing.
Yeah, you're right, dude. I get it's Jose, right? But this is not. You saying this is Jose Mourinho we're talking about. This is not the same as if you said that 12 years ago. It does not hit the same at all. Like, because the
No.
Jose, I know. Okay, so this is Jose post Chelsea, the second Chelsea stint. This is post United. This is post Spurs. This is post Fenerbahce, and now this is post where he's at Benfica
And Roma.
and Roma. What success do you really have there?
It hasn't. That's why I'm worried about getting the
And
players
now
that
we're
they've
gonna
gotten.
send him back to Madrid, and you're gonna give me an old Bernardo. What are we really talking about here, man? They're just names. You're getting names. It's not the same people they were. They're not. It's like when Napoli got KDB. Like, yeah, you got De Bruyne, but De Bruyne's not lightning quick anymore. He's not this freak athlete that you didn't think he was. His game relied on him being a freak athlete, and it's gone now, and it's hard for him to play football. You got KDB, but do you have De Bruyne? You have Bernardo Silva. Do you have the Bernardo Silva you think you're getting?
He'll be tired for sure, especially after the World Cup. All right, next one. Robert Lewandowski from Barca to Chicago Fire. Where do you stand?
I didn't think this was going to happen. I thought he was going to ride it out Barca for one more year.
Nah.
But Barca didn't want him.
No, they wanted him out.
Interesting, because who's their 9 now?
Especially because they got rid of Ferran Torres.
Yeah, so who's going to play up top? Are you just going to shift? I mean, yeah, they did get Kareem, so like that could work. I mean, me personally, I thought Lewandowski could have just stayed in Europe for at least another 2 years. He still was bagging double-digit goals in La Liga.
Unless he went to a Serie A team, I don't see.
I'm not saying go to like
anywhere else he could have gone.
You're not going. You're not going back to Germany. You're not going to another La Liga team. You're definitely never going to England. So yeah, that leaves France or
PSG poacher. Possibly, but he's already too old. So
he's not going to press like how Enrique wants everyone to press.
Well, that's my concern about this move is that you go to the MLS, it's really high intensity. Not that they can't do well, like Ibrahimovic did well, right? So sometimes forwards do well. Not sure. I don't know if Chicago Fire is stacked enough to get them over the line.
Let's say, Robert, please just sit here in the 20-yard box for 90 minutes, and we'll just pass the ball to you whenever we can. You don't worry about a thing. I think when MLS teams get someone like that, you just say, dude, just do whatever. We're going to protect you as best we can. Just do whatever you want to do.
Well, I think for the MLS, it's a thumbs up. Good for them. Keep getting these good
big time.
players.
Big time.
For Robert Lewandowski, it's what you have left.
Yeah, it's the move you have to make for sure. Exactly.
All right, next one. Back to Madrid. Marc Cucurella. He likes to eat paella. This one, a thumbs up for me, dude. He's pretty damn good. He earned it. It's funny because there was all this talk about him going back to Barca. It's the opposite of Rodri, actually. So now he goes to
exact
Madrid.
opposite of Rodri.
I do like this move. I do feel, well, obviously they needed it because Mendy is out always and forever. But I do feel bad for the young good Carreras that was there because he's getting benched now.
Yeah, but he's only like 18,
he had his
19,
opportunity.
Right? Yeah, he's only 18, 19. Cucurella is like my age, so he has time to learn and get to a point where whenever Cucurella's legs start to go, he's already ready-made replacement. Because who was it? I'm trying to think. It was like Carvajal and like who was the right back before Carvajal? Like my point being is that for Carreras, like you can sit and wait for a second and just plug and play, go right. And that's exactly what Dani Carvajal did. He hit the scene out of nowhere for me, and he didn't lose his start spot once he got into 11. I mean, there's still a chance that it's going to happen with Correa, so I wouldn't be too disheartened. I don't think it's over for him. You don't have to force a way out. There's always going to be a way back in, especially if you're good enough at a club like Barca Madrid. They're going to force you to stay because they're going to wait for you to come good. Good for Madrid? Oh my God. Can I repeat what you said? Mendy is out always and forever. So you actually need a left back who's going to be able to play. And no, not David Alaba, who's also out always and forever. Cucurella is really good. Like you said, he gets a lot more hate than I think he's really owed because that Chelsea team. Do I need to say any more about that Chelsea team? Thank you. He's good. He's a pretty good left back, man. So I'm excited for him. Big thumbs up. I think it's cool that Madrid is starting to get more players that I guess feel like a lot more pride to play for the badge and for like the city than it is for, I'm a Madrid player, so I get a certain status. You know what I mean?
I agree. The next one. I need your help, Joey. This one confuses me. Anthony Gordon to Barca. You spend 80 mil on Anthony Gordon when you could have got Rashford for what?
It's right there for half of
30.
the cost.
And Rashford, although the last couple of years has struggled, still has hit higher ceilings than Gordon. They have similar playing styles. They both can play in the 9.
Travis, he was good at Barca.
He was decent. He wasn't as good as that 1 year at United, but I just don't understand. You say no, it's too expensive for Rashford, and then you go drop 80 mil on Gordon. And mind you, neither Rashford or Gordon are typical Barcelona players. They're more counter-attack players.
English, you're right.
I don't understand. I'm so puzzled. Hansi Flick, like, what's going on?
I think I get it because here's what I'm thinking of realistically is going to be the Flick system. Your midfield and your backline does not change. What probably is going to happen, you have Yamal, Rafinha, then you have Gordon. That's realistically what's going to be. And your main goal scoring threats are going to be Rafinha and Yamal, right? You know, Rafinha is probably going to play some kind of false nine or drop you deep in and get the ball, pick up the balls, allow Yamal to try to cut in, or you can feed him to run down, take his man on, what have you. Gordon is just a guy who's going to pull defenders. He's going to make runs as much as he possibly can. And if he gets a chance to whip it in, that's the first thing he does. It makes sense just thinking about how that team is composed. It does make sense. You want someone who fits that Gordon profile. Who's someone who fit the Gordon profile who costs half the money? Marcus Rashford.
Something must have been behind
it makes
the scenes.
sense tactically wise. It makes sense. Like, look at the age profile. Gordon has legs on him still. He's got 5 years on Rashford. Blah blah blah. Sure, I get it. 80 million euros.
60 million euros, 80 million bucks.
$80 million.
Sorry, 70 million euros.
Which, like, bro, good for you, man. Like, because Gordon had a good World Cup. No disrespect. He had a good World Cup. Did he have a Barca-level World Cup? No.
I hear what you're saying as far as it provides something different. Barcelona's always been known about their Tiki Talka, take people one-on-one, the Lamine Yamal style. This provides an escape. If we can't break him down that way, let's hit it over the top and hit a counterattack. It's just not in the Barca DNA, and I never thought that they would go this route. So it is strange for me to see this, but it's Hansi Flick. He's won almost everything there is to win, so hey, who am I to question him? But where would you give this? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Can I do thumbs confused?
Just out? Yeah.
Like, all right. Like, I mean, for me, dude, this is like, dude, Gordon, can I, like, give you a hug, dude? Because how the hell did you scam this move, bro? Like, in what universe are you a Barca player?
No, he probably didn't even know. He's like, wait, you're kidding, right, Barca? Oh, hell yeah, I'll go. Doesn't speak Spanish, none of that. So
dude,
good for him.
His agent had to be like, hey, Anthony, so just so you know, a team in La Liga wants you. Oh, who, like Real Osuna? Sociedad? No, Barcelona. I'm sorry, what did you say? You said Barcelona. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Anthony.
Exactly how it happened. For him, it's a good move. For Barca, I'd actually say thumbs down.
It's a pretty dumb move for Barca. You massively overpaid for this guy. You're telling me someone in La Masia does not fit this exact profile? Get out of here. Like, just get out of here, man.
All right, dude. Next one, I'm going thumbs up. From West Ham to Spurs, Mateus Fernandes. I think it's pretty good. I think way overpaid. 85 million pounds. Absolutely thumbs down for payment. He should have been half that price. But this guy's got potential. A lot of people wanted him, and you stopped everybody else from getting him.
He should have been maybe 30 million, I think, at 35 at the most. For me, this is a terrible move. It's just terrible. And it's not because of the player profile or who Spurs need or what's happening to West Ham. It's just, you hit the nail on the head. You paid how much for this guy? You paid how much? No. Fucking no. Is he that? No, man. 30, 35 is the max bid. You're telling me you want 80 million? Go fuck yourself. What are you talking about?
People seem to be paying for potential. That's what I'm saying. Like, financially, thumbs down. But for the squad rebuild that they're doing, this is a good pick.
It's a big roll of the dice on potential still, man. It is a huge roll of the dice on just potential. Let me rephrase this. His floor is pretty bad because we've seen his floor at West Ham, and he can be shocking, very shocking. The ceiling is very good. Is the ceiling world beater, world class level? I don't think so. So 40 is a stretch. Fine. You're doubling that? No.
So it sounds like you're going thumbs down.
This is a boneheaded decision.
All right,
boneheaded decision.
What about player profile?
I mean, it's genius. It's beautiful, dude. Obviously, you want to have someone who can play a holding and also be a center half. Like that, I want that as my team. I don't know if he's going to be a starter for me. Definitely a rotation guy. He's probably going to be my 12th man. To be honest with you, he's going to come on pretty regularly for me. But even then, rotational guy, I'm paying how much for him?
He might be starter.
No, dude.
85 mil to
Are they
not
gonna
be
play
a starter?
3 in the back?
No. They'll have him at midfield. Yeah, they'll play mid, man, for sure.
No. But here's the thing. Here is the thing. He can't play midfield because what transfer just happened that Tottenham just got?
That's his partner, Sandro Tonali.
You're telling me? Hold on, Travis. So if people
He's
don't know,
actually the next one we're going to talk about. So.
We're talking about Sandro Tonali right now. If you guys know, Spurs made a brilliant move and got Sandro Tonali. I think Newcastle's pulling up their whole project. We can get to that at some
92
other
mil
point.
pounds.
You're telling me Fernandes has the ability to play the double pivot with Tonali?
I think Tonali would be the 8. Fernandes would be the 6. And you have, maybe Xavi is the 10? Who else they have? Kulusevski's
That's
injured.
why I'm asking you. You're telling me they're going to play the double pivot like that?
Kulusevski would be the 10, I think, if he wasn't injured. But Xavi's also injured. So they needed reinforcements in that midfield. And where else are you going to put him?
So that's what I was saying. He's a rotation guy. So that's why it made no sense for me to pay 80 for him. That's why it made absolutely no sense.
Who's your starting midfielder then?
I mean, it just has to be Tonali. He really has to be Tonali.
Okay.
I mean,
and the other two?
then you have Xavi, and then
Injured?
you just pray, man. I start pulling from the academy. I say, Archie, do you want to play midfield? Because you're going to fucking figure it out, dude.
This is why I think Van der Ven stayed. He's like, hey, we're going after this guy. Watch, we're going to get him. Something happened. For some reason, all these players now want to go to Spurs. I'm sure they've tried in the past. Maybe now they're splashing the cash on the wages. It looks like also on the transfer fee. Good luck.
I don't know, man. Like, it's not that what you're saying doesn't make sense, right? It makes beautiful sense. It makes perfect sense. Yes, you're going to pay this much for him. He has to start playing. But for me, it's like, do you really have the ability to play in that double pivot? Unless you're telling me,
dude, he was a hot prospect.
Unless you're telling me he's going to work as a third center back, then maybe. But then now you're just limiting your midfield. You're just getting overloaded like crazy. So I don't know how that works, dude. I mean, but besides that, Sandro Tonali.
For the player, Sandro Tonali, everybody, thumbs down. You went from Milan.
Give him the double bird.
Please, quadruple. You went from Milan, my precious, precious Milan, who you've always wanted to play for.
He was in Newcastle to Milan, bro.
When I heard he was leaving Newcastle, I was like, oh, thank God. He's going back to Milan.
No. Mm-mm. Why? Travis, logically, why would he go back to Milan, the most prestigious club in all of Italy? Why would he go back to Milan? Well, he can go to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club.
Because I want him to. Great pickup for Spurs, though.
I hate you, Sandro. You ruined Italian football. I feel like this... I can't even blame Donnarumma for making his move as young as he did because the Italian football was in the mud and Milan was in a dark, dark spot. Sandro, you didn't have to do this. And then no again. No, you chose money again, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's choosing money over the best moves of his career. In my opinion, this guy could be Real Madrid status, Bayern Munich status, Barca's like that elite.
There's conversations level. He should have been like a Pirlo region. Like, this is the next guy up. This is him. We found the next guy for Italian football. And he's just not. I don't think he doesn't have the ability. I don't think it's that at all. I just think he does not care. And that's why he won't do it. He doesn't care enough.
He had to have moved not only for money, but I heard De Zerbi was a big reason, which is tough when you're a player because coaches can be in and out real quick. Right? Especially at Spurs. How many coaches they went through last season. But what happens when De Zerbi moves? Now you're stuck in London? Like, is De Zerbi, what makes you like him that much?
You're telling me an Italian coach is the reason why an Italian player wanted to move? Isn't there a country full of fucking Italian managers?
I don't know, man. Apparently he liked the way he played. Who knows? But nevertheless, thumbs up for Spurs. Great pickup. But for him, I'm sad. Awesome. Well, that was fun, man. So that's all we have time for today on Tiki Talka, guys. Thanks for being with us. If you guys like this episode, go ahead and hit a like. If you'd like to subscribe, just go ahead and hit that button. Hit the notification bell as well, so that way you don't miss a beat. We'll see you on the next episode of Tiki Talka.
Let's go. Football's almost back. Life has meaning.